Thomas C. Smith, D.A. Davidson and Company, Lincoln. Tom Smith's career in the financial services industry began with an internship at First Mid-America Securities. He came to UNL on a football scholarship, but found extra time on his hands his senior year due to a knee injury. Dale Tinsman provided Tom with an opportunity that became a 50-year career.
Dale Tinsman was my first real mentor from outside of family, and he took me under his wing. My second mentor, Jay Dunlap. We got together, and Tom Hayes and I and another guy, third guy that was in the business, bought the stock that they'd purchased from Jerry and Dale.
With rapid changes in the industry, First Mid-America merged with Payne Weber, and Tom became a senior vice president there. In December of 1985, Tom Smith and Tom Hayes started Smith Hayes Financial Services.
Our philosophy was going to be stay small, don't build huge numbers, just build huge assets, and do it in Nebraska.
Smith Hayes found opportunities to grow over the years, getting involved in public finance and starting their own mutual fund. In 2002, they acquired the retail business of Kirkpatrick Pettis. The partnership of Smith and Hayes tragically ended when Tom Hayes was killed in a plane accident.
Tom and I, to this day, I think about him. I think about some of the fun things that we did, and our families were close. We're still close.
In 2016, Smith Hayes was acquired by D.A. Davidson Companies of Great Falls, Montana. Tom was appointed vice chairman of the Davidson Individual Investor Group and serves on the board of directors. Tom credits many mentors for their impact on his early career. He is paying it forward by serving as a mentor to young interns and entrepreneurs across the state.
I've watched Tom mentor young business people. I've watched him work with startup businesses. And I've watched him bring people together to help find the right formula for a successful business.
We've had an intern program with the university for probably 15 years, and I would say 5 of our investment advisors are the result of that internship.
Along with being a husband, father, and grandfather, Tom continues to be generous with his time for civic involvement.
Tom has always been very active in our community, and he was an integral member of our 2015 group. It was projects that the community had already vetted. What 2015 did was help drive things across the goal line. And if you look at most of the 2015 projects, it was a cooperation between the City of Lincoln, the University of Nebraska, and the business community. So Tom was very involved in all those projects. He especially spent a lot of time on the P Street renovation.
And frankly, that group just was like the igniter. The community has made it happen. I mean, 13,000 people show up at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and it obviously causes the whole area to flourish.
Tom is currently serving as chairman of the Lincoln Community Foundation, is active with the University Foundation, and recently completed his year as chairman of the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. Kim Russell, current Lincoln Chamber of Commerce chairman, notes that Tom's leadership and dedication of his personal time became a catalyst in identifying Lincoln's south of downtown neighborhood for additional community-wide focus and attention.
When I think of people that are deserving to be in the Business Hall of Fame, I think of people who've had a huge impact on the community, on the people they work with, and on the state. And when I look at what Tom has done throughout the state of Nebraska, whether it's in Lincoln, it's in Omaha, it's been in outstate, Tom has been involved in many, many successful projects around the state and had a tremendous influence.
Well, thank you very much, particularly to the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce and Industry. In fact, I have one of those old interns sitting right here in front of me.
Longer than 15 years.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Joel. We had a great run, and when Barry contacted me to ask me if I would be interested in being inducted in the Nebraska Business Hall of Fame, I said, sure.
I paused and thought about 50 years and what I've done and how it happened. And when I look around this room tonight, I see people like John Cederberg, who at one time offered advice to me, and I probably didn't take it, John. I probably should have. But there's many, many people who, along the way, had a real strong influence on my business career. Started with Dale Tinsman, who was also a member of this Hall of Fame. Jay Dunlap, Virgil Ihusen from Grand Island was a mentor and great friend for a long time. And I didn't know that Mark and Tom were going to say something, so they've been two of my actually very strong mentors in the last 10 years and best friends. And John Daubert, Dave Schmidt, Bruce Wright, Bruce Hawking, who have kept me out of trouble for the most part. I hope. Life's not over yet. So we'll continue to work on that. But I've had a great run. As the video mentioned, my partner, who started the business in 1985 with me, Tom Hayes, died in an airplane wreck. But his wife, Dorothy, and her son, Adam, and his bride, Heidi, are here tonight. And I'd like them to stand because they've certainly been a part of my career all the way. I'd also like Jack Henry and Abby Henry to stand. Jack is the grandson of Virgil Ihusen and recently had a very successful business career with one of Virgil's old businesses. So thank you for being here. It's been a great run. D.A. Davidson, who is my partner today, are great people. They're much like Smith Hayes was. It's a privately held company. They pay attention to their investors and clients, and hope to have another reasonably decent run with them, although I don't think it'll be 50 years. So thank you for everybody, and I want to say one last thing. My daughters are here tonight, all three of them, and two of them had a struggle getting here today. The airplane in Jackson Hole didn't take off on time, so they finally got to Denver and then drove in and got here literally right at the end of the day. So I'm glad that you're all here and your husbands are here. My daughter Hillary came from Austin, and she had a little bit easier. She made it on time. And I couldn't be here at all, period, without my wife Lisa, who has been my inspiration and has made the last 15 years of my life as good as it ever could have been. So thank you, everybody.